Hi, I'm Nick Nader. I'm the solution engineer at Isos Technology, and I'm joined by our senior business development manager, Sandeep Patel. And today we're going to be talking about HALP. So conversational ticketing is something that customers always have wanted within the service management space. And we see a lot of customers struggling with consolidating everything in one area and one interface, and thus overall improving their service management workflow to make it seamless across software platforms. And HALP helps with this a lot in many different ways by bringing that conversational ticketing down into your chat platforms and making sure everything is in one place. Would you agree with that, Sandeep? What's your take on it?
It's a great point. I mean, as you see teams using Slack and Microsoft Teams quite a bit more, there's a lot of messaging going away from email. And so companies are struggling to capture that information. I want to make sure that it's contained and that it's documented. And if you need to kind of go back to those conversations, it's not multiple or redundancy effort on both sides.
Exactly. And it really improves that usability, right? Because you can just open up tickets straight from that chat channel and everything is still within that chat bot or that chat platform that you've been using on a day in and day out basis already. So you're already familiar with that platform and it's just bringing the ticketing down into that platform that you've already been using.
Correct. It automates everything for you. So as the user, you just continue to do what you typically would do and you're still getting that optimization.
So customers of service management products have a hard time kind of consolidating where they're intaking tickets and consuming requests from customers. A lot of the time we see customers that don't like to go to a portal or aren't really comfortable, communicating via email. And so a big pain point when it comes to service management and ticketing is having a single point where you can enter all that stuff, communicate with that internal agent, and not have to jump across a lot of different platforms. Would you agree with that, Sandeep? What's your take?
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Nick. I think definitely as you see organizations moving away from email, I think everybody's realized email is not the best form of communication, but they're starting to use tools like Slack and other communication tools. And in that process, there's a whole new set of challenges that they're facing, being able to capture those conversations and be able to really have a single source of all that information. So I think I would definitely agree being able to put all that information into one centralized help desk and track against that is something that customers definitely struggle with today. So as we just discussed, consolidating all this information into one centralized tool, and capturing all this has been an issue that organizations have faced. And Atlassian looks to kind of solve that equation with their acquisition of HALP back in May of 2020. It's really geared towards getting a lot of that information that's being processed in Slack and Microsoft Teams, and then really optimizing that to go into their integration with Jira Service Management and being able to then, of course, capture all that information. So that being said, Nick is now going to tell us how HALP actually works and where it can help you.
Yeah, so, HALP is conversational ticketing brought down into your actual chatbots like Slack and Microsoft Teams. So it's really just a chatbot that you connect to those platforms and then you can interact with to consume and intake all of that customer information and customer data for those requests that they're servicing through your help desk. Now, HALP is compatible with a variety of tools. Obviously, we've mentioned Slack and Microsoft Teams, which are those main chatbots that you're going to integrate HALP with. But on the other side of things, to integrate it with service management products, you not only have Jira Service Management from Atlassian, who just acquired HALP, but you also have the ability to integrate it with other ticketing systems like Zendesk and the like around the ecosystem. So if you're not in the Atlassian stack, HALP can still help you with that conversational ticketing. So we talked about how HALP integrates with Slack and Teams. Those are the two primary chat systems that you can integrate with HALP currently. I'm unaware of any plans to integrate it with other chat tools, but the nice part is you can natively integrate it with things like Jira Service Management and your ticketing platforms. And that's really simple. You really just have to configure your HALP settings and connect it to your Jira Service Management projects. And then once it's connected to the project, you're just feeding those JSM projects with those tickets from your HALP bot that your customers open utilizing the chatbot. And it is a chatbot that operates within those chat tools. So it's as simple as adding that chatbot to a Slack channel, creating a dedicated Slack channel for the chatbot, and then either managing those service requests in that channel dedicated to service request management in Slack or Teams, or managing that within your JSM project and having all those tickets feed straight into that JSM project. Now, it does integrate with other things other than JSM, like we mentioned, Zendesk. So again, there's no worries if you're not on the Atlassian platform quite yet. You can still integrate HALP and that conversational ticketing with Zendesk and other ticketing platforms.
So as we're seeing, HALP definitely helps keep that conversation locked into one place, and it makes teams happier because, everybody loves using their own tools and they want to be able to continue doing the same stuff that they've been doing, but while optimizing, right? And with them being able to continue to use Slack, Teams, some of these tools to create tickets and automate that process really helps alleviate some of the concerns around changing tools or centralizing around tools. And I think that's a key place where we come in as a partner. Wouldn't you say, Nick? That's kind of something that ISOS really excels in when it comes to implementing HALP.
Precisely. The lift when it comes to making sure HALP is a seamless integration as part of your ticketing ecosystem and your ITSM solution. ISOS technology will come in and help configure that tool. We'll do that connection and integration between HALP and Jira Service Management, as well as the integration between HALP and whichever chat ticketing or chatbot system that you're utilizing, Slack or Microsoft Teams. And once we have that configured, then it becomes seamless and we'll automate that process for you. We'll create channels within those chat tools for you as well. And that's all part of your Jira Service Management implementation with us. So it's really just an add-on to a larger implementation engagement, typically, is how we see it work out with customers. Thank you for joining us and talking about HALP today. If you'd like to talk more about HALP, please join us at our website at isostech.com.